Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, we got every NBA team's biggest weakness for the Eastern Conference. A video by B-Souls, link to his channel in the description below. And I'm going to say straight, I'm going to get this full disclosure. The Detroit Pistons' weaknesses are now set beside them, man. I saw my boy C-Co, Doom Boya, a.k.a. Dr. Doom, literally dunk all over Tristan Thompson last night. And it was the greatest, probably, moment of the decade. Well, I guess the decade is only 8 days in. Greatest moment since the 2004 championship. I don't know, bro. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited for Doom Boy. Just getting that out there. But, yeah, let's go ahead and get going on this video because we hear about weaknesses, man. Weaknesses for the Eastern Conference.
That's out of the way. Let's go ahead and talk about the biggest weakness of every NBA team, starting with the Eastern Conference and the Milwaukee Bucks. So the Milwaukee Bucks, their biggest weakness has to be free throw shooting.
Free throw shooting? God damn, man. Imagine, man. What I don't know what that even feels like, bro. Like, imagine, like, your favorite team is so good that literally their only weakness you can think of is free throw shooting. Like, Shaq's weakness with free throw shooting is still one of the best centers of all time. It doesn't matter anymore, man. Like, oh my God. Bucks are in such a good place with Giannis. Man, free throw shooting. I wish my only basketball problem was free throw shooting.
The Bucks right now have
the second free throw shooting. That's one of my many issues,
percentage in the league. A big reason of that being Giannis shooting a horrendous 60% from the line while averaging 10 to 11 free throws a game, which is alarming since it was just 2 years ago when he was shooting around 75, 76, 77% from the line on 8+ free throw attempts per game.
He really is the new Shaq.
While Giannis has shown some improvement in his mid-range game and even his three-point shooting, free throw shooting is still a big part of basketball, especially in the playoffs and especially in the fourth quarter, and this is not a good sign.
Hack a Giannis. It's going to be a thing. Well, actually, I think they made rules against that now. Because you don't only see, like, hack a Jordan, hack a Shaq, hack a Andre. So hack a Giannis might be a thing unless there's rules against it now, which I think there is.
When a big part of their success does
like last
come
2 minutes you can't do it or something, which is great. It's horrible.
The biggest weakness. Number 2, the Boston Celtics. The biggest weakness for the Celtics has to be size. The Celtics don't really have much inside presence on the defensive end. While their offense can be nuclear because of them running Kemba, Jaylen Brown,
I would like to see them get, like, a bigger defensive... Not you, Enes Kanter. You a big boy, but you ain't defensive-oriented. I want them to see them get a big defensive-oriented center veteran. Not Robert Williams. I think he'll get there eventually. Just not there yet. I think that'd be good for this team. But actually, their small ball lineup, I think, kind of fits the style of the NBA, and it works to their advantage. Like, Daniel Tice, I think, is fine.
Jason Tatum and Gordon Hayward in the starting lineup at the same time. I do get scared every time they have to go up against behemoths like Joel Embiid.
Just trade back for Al Horford.
And Giannis and such, because it's just such a mismatch. When you put Jason Tatum or Gordon Hayward at the 4 and you have Daniel Tice or Robert Williams at the 5, when you see Anthony Davis or Joel Embiid in the starting lineup of the other team, that does give you some cause to pause and some
but ain't nobody stopping those guys anyway. Like, let's be honest, man. Like you could have a damn 7'1" Kelly Olynyk out there. He gives you size, but he ain't doing nothing to Giannis. So, unless you want to get yourself like a star big.
And while Brad Stevens is an excellent coach, that is still a big hurdle that he has to work around, and it's not always a guarantee that it's gonna work. Number 3, the Miami Heat. The biggest weakness for the Miami Heat has to be inexperience.
Sure.
While Miami has turned into a very exciting team this season, and while they do have Jimmy Butler, who does give them some experience, many of their key players that contribute to a lot of their success, like Bam Adebayo, Justice Winslow, Tyler Hero, and Kendrick Nunn, are players that don't have much experience in the NBA, particularly in the postseason. I am worried that come playoff time, that their lack of experience may come back to bite them. However,
well, yeah, it will. Miami Heat are great. It's a great story. I don't think anybody really has them winning the championship. So, yeah, eventually one of those Achilles heels is going to hit, and I think that one for the Heat, like I said, is going to be an experience. Like, that's probably what's going to be their downfall. That's not a bad thing. At least that's something you can build on. But, yeah, so, whatever.
Now, they are a very exciting team to watch, and I'm really hoping the best for them. Because the way Pat Riley has constructed this team has been a great example for the NBA and the NBA
Pat
fans
Riley
that
you
don't necessarily need to tank to build a very competitive team in the NBA. Number 4, the 76ers. Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is still Philadelphia's biggest weakness. It's a different year, same problem. While lethal on the open court, as we all know, once the game becomes more half-court oriented, How much will Ben Simmons' shooting woes affect the 76ers' success?
My prediction is that eventually they move Ben Simmons to the power forward position. Maybe use Al Horford off the bench as he starts to age, maybe just because like he'll get more shot opportunities off there, and then maybe they go out and actually get like a more, I hate using the term natural point guard, but you know, an actual point guard. I think that would work out nicely because, you know, you can still do that and have success. I mean, Giannis handles the ball a lot for the Bucks. Why can't Ben Simmons have that same type of energy for the 76ers at the 4th spot, you know?
While he is taking more threes this season, it's really not much. He's taken what, like 2-3 total this season. He's still not a
40% though.
Shooter.
Put him in the 3-point contest.
I know, but
put him in the 3-point contest.
Not much. It's like, you know, getting a 20 on a test. Like, okay, it's better than 0, but you still failed. You know what I mean?
But he's shooting 40%, man.
Free throw percentage is the same thing. It's still roughly 50-60%, and that's terrible. Ben Simmons shooting is still the team's biggest concern. Number 5, the Toronto Raptors.
Health.
The Raptors so far have been playing above expectations, especially after the loss of Kawhi and Danny Green in the offseason. And for them to be playing as good as they have been is very impressive, and it is a very good sight to see, as the Toronto Raptors were just a fantastic team to watch last season, and it's great to see that it's carried
I'm
over
happy with their
this
success.
season,
I underrated them this
despite
season.
all of their losses.
They proved me
However,
wrong big time.
so far this season,
but now
they
Stanley
have been
Johnson, he's still a bitch
struggling
ass.
with playing well against good teams. As of the recording of this video, the Raptors are 6-7 versus teams that are over 500.
Yeah, this video looks like it's like a
against
week or
teams
two old.
below 500. While it is good that they are getting the job done against, you know, the weaker teams in the league, it is pretty self-explanatory why it's concerning that against over 500 teams that they're below 500
That's what you're gonna see in the
against
playoffs.
those teams. Number 6, the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers have not been aggressive enough.
Oh, okay.
The Pacers, as of the making of this video, are last in the NBA in free throw attempts at 17.7 a game. That simply has to go up, as they are literally the worst in the league at going to the charity stripe. Maybe Victor Oladipo.
Well, yeah, I can't really think of anybody on the team that really big time tends to like attack the basket, because, you know, Sabonis gonna like catch the ball in the post stuff. Like, he's not really attacking. He's just kind of there already. So, you know, leading the squad. Miles Turner, you know, can score on the inside, but he's mainly like a stretch big too. Like I say, Victor Oladipo definitely helped that a lot too, though. But yeah, they just don't really have like that guy that you could be like, hey, give him the ball and get us a free throw.
Coming back will fix that.
Not consistently,
but even
at least.
without him, it is very helpful if a team can get to the line more often than not. Number 7, the Brooklyn Nets. To me, the biggest problem the Brooklyn Nets will have for the remainder of the season is simply just keeping their chemistry good once Kyrie comes back.
Yep.
I am not inferring that Kyrie is a problem to the Nets chemistry-wise, at least, you know, so far in the season. But in terms of the media and how they like to twist things,
it's just too much of a good thing with him and Dinwiddie.
Them getting over all of those headlines and just sticking together will be Brooklyn's biggest problem. Because looking at all the stats, you know, for this video I did look at a lot of stats just to see if there are any glaring weaknesses that all of these teams have. Looking at the stats, there's nothing really glaring about the Nets. In most categories, they're
nothing that
middle of
Durant
the pack,
can't fix,
if not
at least
above average. There's no one really massively underperforming. Spencer Dinwiddie has stepped up big time once Kyrie went down with an injury. To me, it's just a matter of keeping that momentum once Kyrie comes back, and not, you know, letting all the chemistry problems that they've been hearing in the headlines get to their heads and really affect the team. And while I am saying that the whole team has to collectively put an effort to block everything out, that also does mean that it's Kyrie's job to make sure and try his best to not make headlines that the team has to.
By the way, I don't know if Bezos is watching this video or not, but I gotta say, straight up, your editing, bro, is on point, man. Like, this looks awesome. Like the way he has like the pictures like overlaying, this like looks really good. I don't know, I just want to point that out real quick.
Address in
it
the
looks
first
really
place.
good.
Number 8, the Orlando Magic. Offense. That, like, yes, I know that's kind of vague, but that's simply what it comes down to.
They can't score.
Their offense is just subpar. When your offense revolves around a post-up big like Nikola Vucevic, and the second best offensive player on your team being Evan Fournier so far, I'm sorry, but that's not really the recipe for success in the NBA.
Isaac injured too.
Hopefully Aaron Gordon can step up. Hopefully Jonathan Isaac can as well. But the way they're constructed right now offensively, they're really not going to be much more than what they are already.
DeMar DeRozan ain't going to help
defensively,
either.
Actually, they've been pretty solid with Jonathan Isaac being a breakout defensive star. But again, offensively, they're they're nothing special. Number 9, the Detroit Pistons. Like the Magic, their offense, again, isn't really anything special. Blake Griffin has been some mid. I'm gonna just keep it real. He's been some mid since he's gotten back from his injury, and if anything,
he's still injured though.
So subpar that he's actually been in some trade rumors. Aside from Blake Griffin, who again hasn't been all that, their offense has been relying on Andre Drummond and Luke Kennard.
I see nothing wrong with that. And now you got Dr. Doomboya out there. That's
to carry their offense.
All
Again,
good.
That's just not going to cut it. I believe the Magic and the Pistons are two teams that really don't have anything special going for them, and you know,
man, Dr. Doom.
They're just solid teams, low seed playoff teams for a reason. And like I said in the beginning of this video, for time's sake, let me just say that the rest of the teams in the East...
Hey, at least we ain't this 6 bunch right here, the freaking Brady bitch-ass bunch right here, man, all grouped up. Because he did say in the beginning, but I wanted to, you know, get going on the video stuff, saying that, like, he was going to put, like, the bad teams at the end all grouped together. So we ain't in this club right here.
Those teams being the Hornets, the Bulls, the Washington Wizards, the Atlanta Hawks,
sorry,
the
Charlotte,
Cleveland, and the New York Knicks.
Bulls,
all
Wizards,
of those
Hawks
teams,
fans.
it kind of just boils down to either not having enough talent or terrible coaching. I'm looking at you, Chicago Bulls, and overall just terrible management and team building skills from the front office overall. There's not really one thing that they can just fix and then they can become competitive. These are teams that have a lot of things to fix, and more often than not are favored to lose a game going into every single game they go into. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Alright guys, that is the end of the video right here. For the next one, I think it should be the next one, not sure yet. I'm going to do the Western Conference. Hope you guys all enjoy. Check out B-Soul's channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.